And we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live Q&A/hangout here on the Film Stock channel. It is Monday, not Wednesday. It's Monday. This is the final stream here on the channel in the month of January, not of all time. Don't get worried. But today we're talking about a lot of cool things. Obviously, I'll answer all your questions, as many as I can. I'll get to as many as I can. But the main topic, as you guys saw if you clicked on the thumbnail, is Megacon. Megacon is this week, February 1st through 4th. I will be there all 4 days, being on panels, doing the meet and greets. On Sunday, I'm actually leading a Stranger Things panel. We're talking Stranger Things 5 theories, but it's going down. And all the details of all the panels I'm on are linked in the description down below. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you see me there, say hello. Hope to see you guys at the panels. I'll bring up Megacon probably 100 times in the stream. It is the way it is, and I'm excited to talk about it. But yeah, if you guys are here, if you're new here, welcome for starters. And if you're returning to the stream, welcome in. Be sure to hit that like button. It helps out more than you guys know. So hit that like button if you're on live or the replay. Subscribe if you haven't. And the biggest way to guarantee I can answer your question, comment, or concern is through Super Chat. Pops on my screen immediately. It's also a huge way to help support me financially directly to the channel so that I can keep doing this thing that I love doing. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. So welcome in. I hope you all are having a good day. And let's just get down to business. To defeat the Huns. Anyway, anyone know that movie? You should. Okay, here we go. Rando Commando says, when do you think we will get the first Stranger Things 5 trailer? I'm thinking, and this is optimistic, but I think we'll get it, and this could be crazy, I think we'll get it over the summer. I think guaranteed we will get it on Stranger Things Day, which is November 6th. But I'm being optimistic here. I think in the window of May to June, they'll have filmed enough of the show to where they could put together a 1-minute teaser. And if you look back, between seasons 3 and 4, yeah, that's correct. February of 2020, we got that little Hopper teaser, and they had barely even filmed. That had been about a month into filming, maybe even less. So, yeah, I'm thinking this summer. That could be optimistic, but I like to be optimistic, don't we all? It's Stranger Things. Come on, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get a trailer this summer. Some people are saying, "What about the Super Bowl?" Way too soon. That's literally in less than 2 weeks. So no shot, in my opinion. Connor, what's good? How's everybody doing? Taco Boy Studios, what's up? Oscar Gaming, how you doing? Welcome in, everybody. Let's see. Let's see. Looking through chat here. Welcome, everybody. I'll see all of your hellos. Hello there to you. Got our first super chat of the stream. Thank you so much. Have you read Stranger Things Flight of Icarus? If so, thoughts? Great question. I'm glad you asked. There's actually a whole world of Stranger Things novels out there, and I myself haven't explored a lot of them. There's one with Max. There's one with Robin. I think there's one centered around Lucas. I think some are canon, some aren't. I'd have to look into that, but I believe this Eddie novel is. And Caitlin Schneider, and I want to say, wrote it, and she was in the writer's room for season 4, and I think she's in the writer's room for season 5, so she knows the character of Eddie clearly. I actually haven't read it yet. I'm not like the biggest reader in the world. I would love to be. I just end up prioritizing movies and TV shows and even video games over reading. It's a problem. I should read more, but I just don't. My girlfriend, on the other hand, Cam, who is on the Stranger Things panel with me Sunday, February 4th at Megacon, she's read it, I believe, fully. Maybe half, maybe not, but she's read a good bit of it at least. That's what I can guarantee. And so I know of it, and I've read the plot description. So I'm aware of certain cameos and how it sort of ties into the show overall. But I actually haven't sought it out, bought the book myself, and read it through and through. But if you guys have read it, what do you think? I love the character Eddie. I know that it becomes not controversial, but sort of divisive online talking about that character just because, the fans of Eddie, people are like, oh, it ruined the character. I think people are just complaining to complain. I mean, I just don't get that line of thought, in my opinion. I love Eddie. He's awesome. And he's sort of a voice for the people out there who feel like they have none. He guides the sheep, as he says. So, I mean, I love Eddie, and I'm sure I would like this book. I just haven't read it yet. Again, I'm not a big reader. That's on me, though. If you guys are joining in here, I see we just got over 100 people in here. Welcome in. Hope you're all having a great Monday, great start to the week. Hit that like button. Helps out more than you know. Let's get to 100 likes on the stream. And Super Chat's the way to go to guarantee I get directly to your question, comment, or concern. And did I mention this already? Megacon, people. Megacon's going down this week, February 1st through 4th. It's constantly scrolling across the bottom. Details of the panels are linked in the description. But it's going down. I'm pumped. Really am. Water break. First of the stream. Found the channel today. Love it. Well, welcome in. Welcome. That's pretty. Did anyone else find the channel today? That's pretty cool. All right. Let's see. Am I going to meet the cast of the Star Wars prequel at Megacon? I am not. Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen will be there, obviously Obi-Wan and Anakin, and I will not be meeting them. Simply put, it's like I chose to meet the Back to the Future cast over them. Like I could have chosen them, but I chose the Back to the Future cast. I'm meeting Christopher Lloyd and Michael J. Fox as opposed to those two. Those were like the options when I was looking at everything, plotting it all out. So I feel like the Star Wars gang goes to a lot of conventions. Like all the cons I've been to, Hayden Christensen's been at least 3 of them. So he frequents those cons. Ewan McGregor as well lately. So on the other hand, the Back to the Future cast, I don't feel like they make the rounds as much. So it's a bit rarer. So I'm very excited to meet the Back to the Future cast. I have some pops over there I'm getting signed of Doc and Marty. And then I've got some Stranger Things Funko Pops I'm getting signed as well, which I am jazzed up about. I actually like got my photo ops and everything. So I'm meeting Finn Wolfhard and Gaten Matarazzo, as you guys probably saw in the thumbnail. And very, very pumped about that, to have a discussion with the actors who play Dustin and Mike and get a picture with them, which I'm going to vlog the whole thing. If you guys are wondering, I'll be vlogging the experience. So it's going down. And this will be the first time where I've actually met main characters from Stranger Things. I've met Stranger Things actors, but not main characters. I've met Carrie Elways, who plays Mayor Larry Klein in the 3rd season of the show. I technically met Sean Astin. Cam was the one doing the exchange, but I said hello. And he plays Bob Newby, superhero. And then I think I met Grace Van Dyne briefly. We got to have the autograph and everything. And then I technically did meet Joseph Quinn, though it was very, very quick. So I've never met a main character, like one of the core kids, and I'm doing that. And this week, which I don't think I've processed that I'm meeting these people this week. Like I don't know. It's so far, but so close. I'm very pumped, though. All right. There we go. There's a craving mention. Network 98, how you doing? Welcome in. The streak continues with the craving mentions. I have seen Kicking It. That was on Disney XD, right? I don't think I've heard of the other one, but I've seen some episodes of Kicking It. People call it like Cobra Kai before Cobra Kai, from what I remember. Pete, how you doing? Welcome in. All right. Let's see. Will you or Sean be streaming MegaCon things on YouTube? So we won't be live streaming the panels, but they will be recorded and they will be put on people's channels. So stay tuned for that. In the following days or weeks, I would assume after MegaCon, you'll be able to watch the panels on people's YouTube. Benjamin, how you doing? Metal Man, what's up? All right, let's see. What's going on? How you doing? Welcome. Glad to see you guys here. If you're in here, we got over 100 people in here. Hit that like button. Do it. To quote Palpatine, do it. All right. Let's see. What do you think is the perfect movie to watch with your dad for the first time? So you're asking, like, what's a movie to show your dad that he's never seen, or what's a movie that have you ever, like, I guess I'm trying to understand this. Perfect movie to watch with your dad for the first time. So neither of you have seen the movie? This is tough. I would say like a definitive dad movie in the recent years. These are very recent picks. Ford v Ferrari is a fantastic pick in my opinion. That's just such a dad movie. And I'm actually going to answer with that. Ford v Ferrari. It's just been on my mind lately for some reason. I've seen it twice in my life, and I need to rewatch it. It's been about 3 or 4 years since I've seen it, but it's damn good. It really is. The sound, I think it won the Oscar for back when they split sound into sound design and sound editing. It won either both or one of them, and rightfully so. I saw the film not in IMAX, but like it was an enhanced theater. I think it was called like Extreme, and so it was basically the off-brand of Dolby. And it was like my entire theater was shaking. I loved that though. Like Top Gun Maverick and Ford v Ferrari are 2 theatrical experiences where my seat was shaking because of how loud the sound was, and that just enhances. It adds you. It puts you into the film. It immerses you, if you will. That's the word I was looking for. And those are the experiences that you won't forget. Like sound is such a crucial element of film, and that not only is the sound design incredible, but it's just a dad film. It hits on all the major emotional beats, and it's got Matt Damon and not Ben Affleck, Christian Bale. Really worth a watch, in my opinion. Can you visit Stranger Things locations again? I plan to eventually. The time has to be right. So probably this year. That's all I'll say. But we'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. Have you ever done a filmography dive? I'm doing Fincher soon. I have. I've done Fincher before. I did Fincher before Mank. I watched all of his movies and watched all the ones I hadn't seen. But I've done a filmography dive with Fincher, and then I think I was working my way through the Walt Disney Animation Studios films. I'm still on hiatus. I'm sure I'll get a question about that, but I no, I will be doing that again, picking back up with Disney soon. And then I want to do it with like certain directors, but it's a commitment for some. Like specifically, Scorsese comes to mind, where he's got these 3 to 3.5 hour films, very dark, heavy subject material, emotionally taxing watches. It's not like, you're watching the MCU. And the same can be said for some Spielberg movies, surprisingly. Like I've seen a lot of Spielberg films, but a lot of his films become these serious, based on real life biopic films that are draining. So I have not. I've only done it with Fincher, to my knowledge. I think. I don't remember. When am I leaving for Orlando? 2 days on Wednesday. Jupiter with a cute cat. Hello, kitty. Do you have any future dreams for your channel or the podcast? Right now, I mean, something I never thought was attainable at one point in life was ever coming close to 100,000 subscribers. That's my dream right now, is 100,000 subscribers. And I'm very, very close. And I'm very close. And I just got to keep on chopping wood, as Kirby Smart would say. I got to keep my head down and keep at it. And hopefully I can reach that goal soon. But aside from that, I mean, I would love to grow the podcast. And I feel like I do promote it. I promote it on live streams. I promote it in videos, but I love the podcast. It's something I'm very passionate about. Cam and I both, we have a lot of fun with it. It's a very natural side of myself. Even it's like this, it's very conversational. In videos, it's more boom, boom, boom. There's more of a structure to things. It's a lot more laid back, conversational. And I prefer that a lot of times, the podcast setting. And that's what the podcast is, The Unusual Couple, to be precise. It's in not in the comments, it's in the description of this video. But no, I would love to keep growing that. And I think Cam feels the same way. So that is a huge goal of mine, is just to continue growing the podcast, have guests on the podcast. I would love that. I would love that. It's something I've dreamed about, where I have real life people from my life, my friends, Cam's friends, fellow content creators, and have them on weekly, and talk to them, just talk about life. I love to do that. And in fact, a staple of my channel forever was the live streams. I would do them, and I still do them, but specifically in 2020, where I remember from like April, or we'll call it May to November, and I almost every week would have like a different guest on. And that's how I met a lot of awesome people. And I want to get back to that, I think. I do. I think I want to get back to having like a weekly guest. Not every week, because I want to do like maybe 2 streams a week now. Like, what do you guys think of that? I do one, just me, this, talking the news, talking, life, answering your questions, shooting the what, if you will. But yeah, that I think is a staple. But I would also like to get back to having a guest on, talking to him, and just it's something that I miss. I did it all the time. Had guests on from all different channels and everything, and I want to get back to it. And I have a long list of people I've collaborated with, but it would be nice to have new faces on the channel too. So yeah, it's just something I'm thinking about, not committing to it right now or anything, but it's something that's been dwelling on my mind lately, is getting back to having other people on the channel. So great question. We've got 3 super chats. I will be answering those now. DC Vlogs 2094. Thank you for the super chat. How's your day been? It's been good. It's been pretty busy. I'm gearing up for Megacon, as I've said, which is February 1st through 4th. I'll be there all 4 days, but prepping, I mean, it's I'm gonna be up like late. So I honestly might be up till like the morning, not all night, but like 1 or 2 in the morning. I'm trying to get a lot of things bulk filmed and bulk edited. I did as much as I could over the weekend, but that's the thing. I talked about this on Sean's live stream. I was on Sean Chandler's channel recently. Shout out Sean. He'll be at MegaCon. And we were talking time management as a creator. It's difficult. It's a battle that I don't think will ever fully be won. It's just adapting to whatever set of challenges the week presents you. And this week, I'm going out of town for a while. Not a while, but damn near a week. And so it's like, okay, you got to be on it. You got to just, normally you'd have the X amount of days to do this, and this time it's different. The circumstances have changed, and so it's just adapting to that. And I've talked about this before, but I'm not really the kind of guy who likes, the gray area of life, or the unknown, or I got to adapt to this. It's more so I'm black and white. I like to have a plan, an outline for pretty much everything. I'm very organized. And so if something feels not off, but if something feels new, or if I have to switch up my rhythm, kind of throws me off a bit. So that's kind of how my day's been. But it's I've been running around town essentially. I have some personal things I do during the morning, and gearing up, and then just outlining, filming, editing. So I have a video that's going up tonight. And sorry if I just cut out the Wi-Fi. Looks like, let me get off the Wi-Fi on my phone. My Wi-Fi has been weird lately on these streams for some reason, so I apologize. But no, it's been good. It's been a good day, I would say. And I'm excited. This is the best part of my day, the live stream. Dawson with a super chat. Thank you, Dawson. Have you seen the movie Till, about Emmett Till? I have not. Why do I feel like I've heard of this? Was this in the Oscar discussion last year? I feel like it most definitely was. Hold on. This was 2 years ago. Till. Who's in this movie? Let me look, and then I'll get back to you. I'll report right back to you. Okay, no, I have not seen Till. I've seen a clip from the movie though, but I haven't seen Till. It was in talks. Did it get nominated for Best Picture? Hold on, it might have. It really could have. It did not, but I remember it was in discussions on like film Twitter for a bunch of nominees. But I haven't seen the movie Till. It looks like it's 78 on Metascore, 7.2 out of 10 on IMDb. I've seen, I think there's a monologue in that movie that the main actress, I think her name's Danielle Deadweiler. I think she delivers a monologue, and in like a courtroom, maybe. I could be completely missing the mark with that, but I think I've seen a clip from it, but I actually haven't seen the movie. Is it worth a watch? I don't know. Cinnamon Sugar making a return. We saw Cinnamon Sugar a lot last week, so hope you're doing well. Welcome back. And thank you for the super chat. Do you think Marvel and Star Wars can win back audience trust? So I think of the two, which one? I'm trying to discern which one has lost the trust of audiences more. And I don't know, truthfully. I mean, crazy to say. I think Star Wars actually might have a little more trust with audiences right now. Reason being, they haven't put out a movie in theaters since 2019. They haven't put out a movie in theaters this decade. So the longer they wait, people will be more they'll warm up more to the idea of going to the cinema to see the new Star Wars flick, With Marvel, I think they, and I'm not saying every movie they put out is bad, because I actually like some of the ones that have been universally panned for the most part, okay? I'm talking about the MCU. I'm talking about the Marvels. I'm talking Quantumania. Enjoyed both films. Flawed, yes, but I don't think they're dumpster fires. That's my opinion. And if someone hates it, it's totally cool. I'm not going to get mad at them, That's the beauty of having opinions. But no, I think in terms of comparing the two, and then I'll answer the overall question, Marvel actually is in a bit more trouble. They've had some box office underperformers lately with the Marvels, with Quantumania. They've put out enough recently, especially if you add in Disney Plus, to where it's like people have gotten irritated. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm done. I'm not doing this. I'm done. And honestly, they might be doing not irreversible damage, but they might be doing a lot more bad than good in terms of winning audience trust. So I think Star Wars is in a good place, because Star Wars, I've always said this, Star Wars is a world that's infinite. There's infinite possibilities. You could just go any point in time in the galaxy with any new group of characters and make a new trilogy. And I think that's what they need to do. They need to just hire someone and say, hey, we love your work. We're giving you a trilogy. It's your vision entirely through and through. Make it great. That's our one requirement. Make 3 great movies, and then people can't really complain, So, yeah, Star Wars has had their misses. I'm not going to lie. People, I didn't like The Mandalorian season 3. It had no direction, in my opinion. Really underwhelming. And then you've got stuff like Andor at the same time, which is outstanding. So I don't know what the deal with Star Wars is, but I will say they got to get back to the theater, and they don't need to do it with The Mandalorian and Grogu. They need to do it with an original series of films or just a one-off, and make it low budget. We're talking 100 million, maybe even under. Hell, get the director of Godzilla -1 if we need to. He's fantastic. So, do what you need to do to make a great film. Have a winner, small scale, that's universally loved, and that is almost like a confidence layout. That's what it's called, in basketball. If you're like, in your head or whatever. When I was playing with my friends growing up, in the driveway, we'd have a goal, a damn, we would lower it and we would dunk and stuff, but it doesn't matter. We we would play 3-on-3 or whatever, 5-on-5. And if you're cold, you get a confidence layup, literally. And then you can maybe drain a 3 or something. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, I think they need a low budget movie. We're talking not like I don't know, maybe something along the lines of Rogue One. I know Rogue One had a pretty big budget, but something along the lines of Rogue One where it just gets Star Wars right, universally acclaimed by fans and critics. That's what they need to do, in my opinion. And then they can win back trust. In terms of the MCU, sort of the same thing, but the MCU also had Loki season 2, which was loved by a lot, and Guardians 3. Now I know Guardians 3 is an outlier because of Gunn, and it was his vision. That was early MCU as opposed to where they are now. But here's how they can win it back. And sorry, I'm going long-winded here. Sorry, guys. I just like the question a lot. Daredevil Born Again and Deadpool 3. Short answer. If those are both great, you got a TV show that everyone loves, you got a movie everyone loves, boom, people are willing to forgive more. So that's all it really takes. Wash the bad taste out of your mouth from last year with the MCU and move on. Great question, though. We have a super chat here, a super sticker. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you have a question, let me know. Stranger Fan with a super chat. Again, I got to shout out the Snowball profile pic here. Do you think Stranger Things 5 will release in 2 volumes like Stranger Things 4, or do you think it might release 3 volumes? Because that would be pretty awesome, because I would hate for most of the episodes to come out with 1 volume. Let me know real quick in the chat if I'm like laggy really bad or not. Let's see. Let me check. I'm actually going to wait to answer the question because I want to ensure that you guys can hear and see me. I'm sure there's probably like an occasional lag that I can live with. I just want to make sure. I'm so behind. Let's see who's going to let me know in the chat first. But no, to answer the question, okay, it looks like we're good. Cool. Appreciate you guys. All right. Do I think Stranger Things 5 will release in 2 volumes? I do. And the reason I think it will is because that seems to be a model Netflix has adapted lately, and it started with Stranger Things. Correct me if I'm wrong, but to me, it started with Stranger Things season 4, volume 1 and volume 2. And then after that, these shows followed suit. You had season 4. You had The Crown do that. You recently have Bridgerton upcoming doing that. So it seems like that's a model they've adapted, and it's smart from a business perspective because they're all about retaining subscriptions. And if they have the most popular show or whatever that everyone loves and they drop it, and then the next month is when the rest of it comes out, they get an extra month subscription out of it. So it kind of makes sense from a business perspective. Storytelling wise, I don't like it. I'm a big binge guy. I think they should drop all the episodes at once. That's not the world we live in, even though that's what Netflix's bread and butter is. They built up Netflix by dropping everything all at once. So I'm more of a proponent of that. They drop all episodes, 8, 10, whatever it may be. I think it's going to be 8. Do that all at once. I'm here for that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think they'll do 2 volumes, and I think they'll do it more of an even split this time. Last season, they did 7 episodes in 2, but it was logical because there was a twist reveal at the end of The Massacre at Hawkins Lab, the 7th episode. And apparently they didn't finish all the visual effects in time as well for the final 2 episodes. So, which I get. I mean, the finale is 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's a film. It's a long film. And so, yeah, that's what I think will happen. I think 2 volumes, and I think we'll do it. If not, they're either going to do it all at once on Stranger Things Day or 2 volumes, and they'll do like the May, July thing in 25. I'm fine with that. Either one, I'm fine with it. You know, prolong this final season because it's going to be bittersweet already. I'm here for that. So yeah, that's what I would say to answer your question. Great question though, and I appreciate the super chat. And again, shout out that profile picture. Dawson Young says, can you watch Till and then review it? I don't know if I'd review it, but you can follow me on Letterboxd, and I would do a written review over there. It's at Filmstock. It's technically linked. You can click the link in the description of this video or the stream and go follow me over there. But yeah, I plan to continue reviewing on Letterboxd forever. I don't know if I'll ever get rid of my Letterboxd account. I have had it since December of 2019. And I've tried to go through and hit watch on every movie I've ever seen. That doesn't mean it's logged with a diary entry or star rating, but every movie I've ever seen, I tried to look up and just hit watched. And I'm somewhere in the thousands. Not a lot compared to some of the other people I follow who have like 2,000-3,000 movies in their life, which is a lot of movies. But yeah, I will maybe watch this one day. But I appreciate the super chat. If I were to watch it, you could find my thoughts on Letterboxd. And again, I will be at Megacon February 1st through 4th. If you guys like talking these Stranger Things theories with me here on the streams, or just talking movies, comic book movies, movies in general, you got questions about YouTube, all those panels are going down February 1st through February 4th. Megacon, it's in Orlando, Florida. You can get your tickets now. And if you get your tickets, it's actually free to come attend these panels. And I'll be with fellow movie YouTubers like Sean Chandler. My girlfriend Cam will be on one of them. The panels I'm on, they're linked in the description down below with all the details. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Sunday, February 4th, I'm actually leading a Stranger Things 5 Theories from the Upside Down panel. It's going down. I hope to see you guys at Megacon. And let me know in the chat if you're going. Let me know. Let me know if I can expect to see you at any of these panels. All right. Daily Dog subs with the super chat. Thank you so much. Let me take a water break real quick. Sorry. Hey, Chris, I was here last stream. I really enjoyed it. I just wanted to say again to check your DMs. If you've forgotten, no worries. Have fun at Megacon. I did forget. That is totally on me. I will go to Instagram and leave it open so that when I get off the stream, I will remember to do that. I try and I'm bad at that, to be honest with you. But no, yeah, let me, Instagram's open on my phone, so I'll do that afterwards. But thank you for the super chat. And again, Cute Puppy. Cinnamon Sugar with another super chat. Thank you so much, Cinnamon Sugar. Do you want Spider-Man 4 to be grounded or another multiversal story with Tobey and Andrew? I am so done with every MCU project trying to be multiversal. Bring on the street level Spidey. Give us Kingpin and Daredevil in it. I'm here for that. Yeah, that's what I want. I don't want them to go this multiversal story route. We got a satisfying multiversal Spider-Man film with Spider-Man No Way Home. That was almost 3 years ago now. What? But no, I would say, yeah, give us the street level Spidey, grounded. Focus on him as a character, where he's at in life, because there's a lot they could do from a writing perspective that's fascinating. We haven't seen this angle for Spider-Man where they could take it in a Spider-Man film. Everyone he knew does not know who he is. His aunt is dead. He has no family. And his love of his life and his best friend don't even know who he is. What are we talking about? Fresh start. All right. And you can also explore his trauma. I mean, come on. It's a gimme. And I've been saying this since 2022, like a few months after No Way Home. I was like, get the ball rolling on this movie. It's starting to make sense now why they didn't. Seems like Sony and the MCU have some creative disputes. I am always going to side with the MCU and how to handle Spider-Man. It sounds like Feige wants a street level grounded Spider-Man. It sounds like Sony wants Tobey and Andrew to do like a No Way Home 2 type deal. Wrong. Sony, I don't understand how they consistently drop the ball, but they're going to do it 3 times this year. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Madam Web, Kraven the Hunter, Venom 3, title untitled. All 3 of those movies are going to underperform and not get great reviews. And it's really not like it's not rocket science. It's not. If any of those movies are good, I would be stunned. So yeah, of course I'm going to side with Spider-Man 4 grounded, Feige. I started Daredevil back up again. I've watched the show through once. And I watch certain moments more than once, obviously, on YouTube. I don't know about you guys. I like to do that with some of my favorite scenes, like the hallway scene and the prison scene. Like, I've seen those a handful of times. And the Punisher prison scene. Whew, come on now. But no, I'm halfway through season 1. Started it on Friday, rewatching it. So that'll be on hiatus while I'm at Megacon. But I am working my way through Daredevil again. And then I'm going to do Punisher again. And then I'll see how I'm feeling about maybe watching Jessica Jones for the first time, because I've never seen it. But no, to answer your question, street level Spidey supremacy with ease. Let's do a little speed round, by the way. You guys feeling a speed round? I am. Let's do this thing. Okay. Alrighty. Where was I in the chat? Let me go find where I was, and then we'll do a speed round. And again, if you guys are in here, hit that like button. It helps out more than you know. And I'll be at Megacon this week. If you're in Florida, if you're in the South, if you're in the world, come to Megacon. It's in Orlando, February 1st through 4th. I can say hello to you. We can talk strange things. It's going to be fun. All right, we're going to catch up in the chat now. I feel it in my blood. Let's do this thing. Do it. I just woke up from the hardest nap. LMAO. John Bernthal would not approve. You guys know the John Bernthal memes? Oh, breaking news on air. Millie Alcock has been cast as Supergirl in the DCU. For those who don't know, she plays young Rhaenyra Targaryen in House of the Dragon. Let me look something up real quick. That's pretty cool. Like breaking news on stream. That's like a big deal, actually. Yeah. That's huge. I like the casting. She was my pick of the yeah, she's She's great in House of the Dragon. So that's a win for DC on air. How about it? How about it? Good job, James Gunn. Now make a good movie and a good universe, please. But John Bernthal would not approve. Braden, it has been a minute, man. How you doing? You doing good? How you been? You well? Still listening to Tame Impala frequently? I remember things. I got a good memory. I'm locked in. Star Court Food Court. Will you shout out Jacob, by the way, the best mod around? Will you be doing any video for hitting 100K? I plan to when that happens, hopefully soon. I'm pushing to really make that that final push as we get into February, and I'll probably do a stream dedicated to like 100K subscriber celebration stream, and then probably a video, really like a reflective piece almost on my life and my YouTube journey. I would probably call it like my YouTube journey. Just very, very one take, if you will, where I straight up look you guys in the eyes and tell you this is what this is my journey, and my how my life's changed, my viewpoints have changed on everything. And yeah, that'll be a video that I do if that happens, and I hope it does happen. All right, let's see. What was your opinion on Alexei and Stranger Things? Smirnoff. Love the character, very funny, and surprisingly, one of the deaths that like hits me really hard when I rewatch the show, just because like he's at the the carnival, the 4th of July carnival, or whatever, and like he's experiencing all of these like awesome just like entities, like a corn dog, a funnel cake, like just the blissfulness of just stupid American things that are just awesome, and like he's finally warming up to, like, he's just getting to live life. He's been like in a lab his whole life, and then he just gets shot dead, and it's like, dude, you bastards. That's how I felt. So it's sad, it's devastating, but I like Alexei a lot. So the panels are actually going to be recorded and then uploaded onto people's channels after, as opposed to live stream the panels at Megacon. Go Vikes says, what are your Super Bowl movie commercials, TV trailers, blah blah predictions? Yeah, so I think that for starters, they really have started dropping these just way too early. Like yesterday, we got the first trailer for Despicable Me 4, which they said was going to be a Super Bowl trailer. Today, we got one for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, another one that they said was going to be a Super Bowl trailer. And so, to me, it's like, I think we're just going to get one. And we all know what it is. It's Deadpool 3. No one wants to compete with that. So I think that's why a lot of them are dropping the full trailers online early. Now, I'm sure we'll still get spots for Despicable Me and Ghostbusters with the new footage from the new trailers, but the Mac Daddy of them all, the granddaddy of them all, is going to be Deadpool 3. It's going to drop, if I had to guess, around 6:30, like literally right before kickoff of this game. They did the same thing with Multiverse of Madness as like big trailer, and they did the same thing with Guardians 3 last year. They drop the big trailers right before kickoff, because that's when everyone's watching most, I feel, is, their gear. I don't know actually why they do it. I couldn't tell you, but I feel like that's why. It's like everyone has it on. It's like, screw it. Let's just drop it right now before the game. And then, yeah, that's what I think it's going to be. Deadpool 3, if I had to throw some wild cards out there, A Quiet Place Day 1, and a wild card for all wild cards here, Beetlejuice 2. I feel like that would just be a good spot to let people know, hey, this is coming out. But typically the Super Bowl trailers are for movies that come out in the coming months. But I guess Deadpool 3 is an exception. It comes out in July, but I guess it's such a big film and it comes out in the summer, and it's the MCU's only movie this year. That's why, Chris. It's because the marketing budget's just all going to go to that pretty much. They're going to spam market that movie, which is fine and it makes sense. So that's what I think. Deadpool 3, A Quiet Place Day 1, and maybe Beetlejuice 2. Maybe. Super chat from Cinnamon Sugar yet again. Have you heard of Doom Blazer? If not, look him up. I think I'm familiar with Doom Blazer, I think. Maybe from TikTok. I don't know. I've heard the name. All right. Where was I? In the chat is the question I now ask. Here I was. What's your opinion on the Harry Potter reboot? Unnecessary as hell. Straight up, nothing other than that to say. Really thinking they could outdo the series of films is laughable. I don't know a single person in the world, personally or online, who actually wants a reboot of Harry Potter. And the few people who do are the very the book purists, the people who and to me, if you're one of these people, teach their own, but to me, I've had so many interactions with people online of people who are these book purists to the end that are like, every single word from that book needs to be put on screen or it's inaccurate. And I'm like, that sometimes they make changes for the better, right? They omit things intentionally that probably benefit the overall film and the way it flows, right? People just fail to realize that, and then they just use it as ammo, as ammunition to complain. Oh, they didn't have this scene from the book. They didn't have this 2-second shot in the movie that was technically in the book. It's like, that's the worst. The worst. That's why I'm honestly glad I'm not like one of those book people, because I can just enjoy it. But anyway, I'm very anti this show. I'm not even going to watch it, to be honest. I'm actually not going to watch it. Unless they can, unless it's like, I don't know. I don't see a world where I watch this, though. I just don't. Are you doing everything I watched in January videos? I think I might have discontinued this series a few months ago. Just because I just didn't want to do it anymore. Just straight up, just to be honest, I just didn't want to do it anymore. So, if you guys want to continue seeing everything I watched, the Letterboxd is the place to be, and then I talk about some TV shows in here as well. But speed round. Do you think Max is going to survive? Yes, she would have died if she wasn't going to survive. But to the end, yeah, I think they would have also killed her. So Max will be alive at the end of season 5, in my opinion. Let's see. Keep Watch Burn. Ooh, Goose23. How you doing? Welcome in. Keep Watch Burn Oppenheimer, Guardians 3, Godzilla -1. I will keep Oppenheimer. I will watch Guardians 3 and burn Godzilla -1. Sorry, Godzilla -1. You're in my top 10 last year, and you're a great movie. But the other two are 5 out of 5s for me, and that's how I made that decision. You think Eddie will come back in some capacity? Yes. Alive? Maybe not, but in a flashback or something, I do. Let's see. If I do an Oscar video, I will probably, the only one I'm considering doing is ranking the Best Picture nominees, and I have to watch 3 of them still, and I couldn't finish one of them, literally. Had to turn the movie off. So, I don't know. Maybe. Love your videos. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Who's your favorite Marvel character? Give me Iron Man in terms of like specifically MCU, but overall, it's hard not to say Spider-Man. I got him on my phone. So, yeah. Spidey. Worst couple in Stranger Things. Worst couple in Stranger Things. Tommy H and Carol. Yeah, that was a good one, wasn't it? All right. Have you seen the new Ghostbusters trailer? I actually haven't watched it yet, and I don't think I will. I think I'm good. I saw enough from the first trailer where I'm sold. I don't think I'm gonna watch it. I didn't do a video about it. I literally was. I couldn't. I was out and about doing things personally, and yeah. So I'm not gonna watch it probably. No. But I'm excited. It's one I'm more anticipated of the year. I just don't think I'm going to. Monsters Inc. or Monsters U? Give me Monsters Inc. It's a classic, but Monsters U severely slept on. The score or whatever song they use, I don't think it's actually original score for the film. It's like technically, it's like a marching band, and they like ripped it from some soundtrack or something. But it's like that whatever the hell. I'm so tone deaf, but that is great. I really do enjoy that. Ooze Macappa, baby. If Nolan didn't do a Bond film, what kind of movie would you want him to do next? Probably something similar to Tenet. I would love to see just another action, sort of mind-bending sci-fi movie. That's what I would say I would want to see him do next. What movies have you been watching in January? New releases or old releases? Well, you can follow me on Letterboxd, link down below. And guess what? It'll tell you everything you need to know. But no, I have rewatched the Back to the Future trilogy. I have... let's see. I watched Saltburn because it was all over, social media. So I was like, let me just watch this movie. I watched. I have it all in my Letterboxd right here. Hold on. I rewatched the Percy Jackson, the second movie. God awful. I watched Hellboy with David Harbour for the first time just because of pretty much it. The commentary tracks. God awful. And then I rewatched Ted. I'm probably going to rewatch Ted 2 soon because I want to watch the Ted series. I wish I could go to Megacon too. Well, fortunately for both of us, you will be there. Sean will be there. Cody, Leach, Adam Does Movies, Holden, Hardman, myself, Cam, my girlfriend. It's going down. And again, I've said this a few times now, but in the description of this video are the panel details. February 1st through February 4th, Megacon in Orlando. Hope to see you guys there. And again, let me know in the chat if you're going to be there. I would love to say hello to you. Who will Mike end up with in Stranger Things? I think 11. They've set that up since the beginning, and I don't think they're going to abandon that now. Megacon. Yeah. There you have it. Water break, I got you. Cheers. Megacon. Am I going to see Madam Web? I am, and I do not have any expectations at all. So, yeah, literally negative expectations for that movie. Cinnamon Sugar with another super chat. Thank you so much, Cinnamon Sugar. Appreciate it. Favorite scene from Godzilla -1 with Godzilla. Mine was when Godzilla got pulled underwater. Okay, yeah. I would say so. My favorite scene with Godzilla in the movie would have to be the destruction of the city and like the atomic breath scene. And then when we see the main character just there and like it starts to rain and he's like he lets out that yell. That moment is the standout in the movie for me. But I will say too, just the first time we see Godzilla like on that island at the beginning, the scope of the movie immediately it let the audience know this movie's not messing around, guys. You're gonna get your Godzilla, but we're gonna establish our characters first. It took a page right out of Jaws' book. God, Godzilla -1's really, really good. I want to watch that again soon. I saw it in December, so it's been about a month, about 2 months now. It was early December, so about 2 months. But no, I really like that. And then, yeah, the score, guys. I know that's the whole movie just rules, and it's hard because last year was an incredible year for film. Like it's not even in my top 5. Loved the movie. It's just not even in my top 5 from last year. But yes, the destruction of the city / atomic breath scene would be my answer. I have seen Saving Private Ryan. It's probably the definitive war film in my mind. Like I don't think it gets better than that in terms of war movie. Period. Like that's the end of the sentence. Keep Watch Burn, A New Hope, Raiders, and Empire. Whew, man, this is tough. Damn. Well, I don't even know. If I had to pick one of those movies to never see, this is insane to say out loud, but it's Empire. I know it's Empire. I gotta keep right now. This is how I feel right now. This is like recently. I think I have to keep Raiders and I have to watch A New Hope, even though both mean so much to me and are influential in my love for movie and why I'm even sitting here on a YouTube channel with movies in my life. Both those movies have a huge impact on that. But I'd say that's my order. Sorry, Empire. I love you. Yes, I'm posting one of these today. So for those in here wondering, when's the next Stranger Things update? It's today. It's a little later than I would have intended. Some things came up personally, but I will be posting that today. Like it's been 42 minutes on the air. These streams go by faster and faster. Man. But no, yeah, I will be posting that tonight. Ian in the house. What's good, Ian? How do you travel, by plane or car? It just depends where I'm going. If I'm going to Florida, I drive because it's drivable for me. But if I'm going across the country, obviously I'll fly. But I'm driving to Orlando. It's about a 7-hour drive. Not too bad, honestly. Me and Cam, easy. Listen to music, do trivia, play games. It's fun. Goes by fast. Heat or Collateral? Ooh, I got to rewatch Heat. I was talking up Heat to my buddies yesterday. I was like, we got to watch this movie, guys. I've seen it, but they hadn't. And I was like, we got to watch this. So we're trying to make a day to watch that. But I would say right now, I lean Collateral. Little Tom Cruise in a villainous role. Give me that. But no, Heat's an outstanding movie. Really just difficult, though, to compare the two. They're so great. Met Christopher Lloyd in Philly last year. Incredibly nice guy. That's awesome to hear. Yeah, I'm excited to meet him. And I've seen video. I've literally looked up like video interactions with people I'm meeting. Just kind of read the room before I go and meet him, you know? And he seems really sweet and like soft spoken, not really a talker, but that's totally cool. Yeah, he's great Scott. He's Doc Brown, you know, he's a legend. So I'm excited to meet him. Star Wars or Stranger Things? Stranger Things. I'm sorry. I actually am not. I'm apologizing to my childhood self right now. Star Wars at one point would have been the answer, but unfortunately, we got The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. The rest is history. And then Disney Plus started getting in the mix. So, I mean, there's just something about Stranger Things that I can't even describe. It's indescribable to me how much I love the show. And there's this out of body feeling I get when I watch it. It's nostalgia almost rushes over me whenever I watch the show. And I think the reason I love the show, aside from the character work and, you know, the epic scale and the world building, it transports me to a world unlike any other where I just feel at peace. Like it's one of the few shows where I have such a deep love for multiple characters, and I just Everything about the show is perfect to me, and yeah, it's my favorite show of all time. Period. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, little Cobra Kai question. Shout out Joey. Thoughts on the possibility of Robbie winning Sakai Taikai? I'm not opposed to that at all. Yeah, I mean, Robbie or Sam's got to be the winner in my opinion. They've never really gotten their moment to shine, and I would prefer Sam, but Robbie winning would be sick. But how about this? What if they just don't win at all? Because isn't it a little insane? I've thought about this. I'm like, isn't it a little cliche if someone just wins it from Cobra Kai? Like, what if they just go to Sakai Taikai and we like see some fights, but then like a rule, like someone breaks a rule or Sakai Taiga gets shut down. That way, like we technically have it, but then we can break from the mold of being like, okay, this is going to determine the best fighter in the world, seemingly. I don't know. It's weird, right? Like, I just think there's a way they're going to do it. They're going to do it cleverly so that it's not like super cliche and predictable because they flipped the script. See what I did there? They flipped the script in the past when we thought things were going to be predictable and they ended up not being. So I trust them to make it fresh. I am meeting Gaten and Finn. For those who were not in here earlier, I'm meeting Gaten Matarazzo and Finn Wolfhard. I'm getting to sign some Funko Pops. It's going to be awesome. And I will be at Megacon February 1st through February 4th, all 4 days. I'll be on some panels, one of them being a Stranger Things panel. Megacon is in Orlando. More information linked down below, but it's going down, people. And I hope to see you guys there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, I'm going to take a water break. How's it been 46 minutes? I don't even know where the time went. But if you guys are in here, hit that like button. It helps out more than you know. If we get to 100 likes, that would be awesome. I have no clue if we're even remotely close. Right now, it says we are currently at 92 likes, so we're getting there. So yeah, hit that like button. Helps out a lot. And Super Chat's the way to go to guarantee I get to your question, comment, or concern. I won't be able to get to everything. I'm very behind in the chat right now. I'm about to do a speed round. But Super Chat's the way to go to guarantee I get to your question. Huge way to help support the channel and so that I can keep making content. All right. Do you think Mike or Will have a chance of dying? Yeah, I think Will has the bigger chance of dying of the two, but neither is super safe in my opinion. But I do think Mike is safer than Will. Best Tom Cruise film: Collateral, Minority Report, or Edge of Tomorrow. Of those three, Collateral to me. I've actually never watched Minority Report, and I need to finish Edge of Tomorrow. I've seen like part of it years ago. So yeah, Collateral. Okay. I wish I could meet Finn. He's my favorite actor. Well, I'll report back to you guys and let you know how it all goes when I meet Finn. Favorite non-Mission Impossible or Top Gun Tom Cruise film? Collateral. That's simple. I've talked about Collateral a lot this stream. I'm a big Collateral fan. I've seen it, I think, 2 times in my life, but it's damn good, guys. I've tried, or Tropic Thunder would be another one. And funnily enough, I watched both those movies on the same day with my buddies once. All right. Water break. I got you. Thoughts on Chiefs Niners Super Bowl? I predicted this prior to the matchups happening when it was, who do you think will win? Me and my buddy were talking, and we both came to the conclusion that they aren't leaving the Chiefs out of the Super Bowl. I mean, they won the game, obviously, but the Chiefs being in the Super Bowl is huge just for money in the NFL. Obviously, Taylor Swift is the biggest star in the world right now. I don't think that's up for debate. I'm a big Swiftie. I like her a lot. It'd just be like the NFL, like they're very happy that the Chiefs are in, so they can show Taylor Swift. They can get the Taylor Swift fans to watch, and they want the Mahomes is their new Brady essentially, right? Like Brady was in the Super Bowl a lot. Mahomes has sort of assumed that role, and it just kind of makes sense. And then the Niners, who do I want to win? I'm not a fan of the Niners, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm rooting for the Chiefs. I also don't really care. I'm rooting for Deadpool 3. I don't have a dog in the fight, so there's my answer. Camilla, what's up? How you doing? This answers itself. I'm rooting for the Chiefs, but I also don't actually care that much. How do you sign up to be an extra in Stranger Things? There's a website, I think. I don't remember the name. I think maybe Tailor Made Casting or something. But you can also just Google Stranger Things extra, and you can apply there. But yeah, should I go to MegaCon? Do it. Yeah, be there. You should totally go to MegaCon. What is Megacon? Megacon is a huge comic convention in Orlando, Florida, where celebrities are there signing autographs, taking pictures. There's panels with celebrities, and I'll be there with fellow movie YouTubers leading panels and also meeting you guys, meet and greet. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope to see you guys there. It's going down. You can get more information actually linked in the description of this video. Am I going to see Argyle? I was going to, but then life got a little hectic planning up for this trip. So I was going to see it tomorrow, and I'm not doing that anymore because I need to prep. And it was like, I don't at all enjoy going to the movie theater when I'm stressed and my mind is elsewhere. And that would have been the case. So I would not have enjoyed the movie just because I would be literally a ball of stress trying to plan everything in my life out before I go on this trip. And so I was like, yeah, Argyle can wait. Excuse me. I haven't seen a 2024 movie this year, and I don't really care. Like I could have seen Bob Marley last week. Same sort of deal. Got a little overwhelmed. Had to sort of take a step back and go, let's take care of this. That movie can wait. And so yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm not seeing Argyle. I was going to, but I am not anymore. All right. Hello, Lark. What's good, JJ? How you doing? When will they announce the table read? Hopefully next week, honestly. But that's just me. I say that every week. Maybe next week they'll do it, but who really knows? Julia says, "Hi. What do you think? What do you think? Will Byers will die like a real hero, saving his friends by releasing a fireball? Although he could have imposed protection, but he will expose himself to save the others. I could totally see a world where Will dies. Yeah, I could see that. I think he will die. Him or 11, one of the two will sacrifice themselves for the group, likely. But then there's that wild card where, like, oh, Jonathan could sacrifice himself for Will and the group. It gets crazy. Who really knows? But no, I could see that. I don't hate that theory at all. I have seen the Bourne films, all of them. The best one to me, I love Ultimatum, but Identity is great as well. That's just me though. Okay. What's good, Jason Cruz? Shout out Jason. I don't know if you're still in here, but shout out the man, longtime supporter. What's your favorite Nolan film? Give me Today. I am so serious. I think today it's Oppenheimer right now, but tomorrow it could change. I'm going to do my best Trevor from Film Geeks impression. Eddie! I don't know if you're still in here, Eddie, or if you're on the replay or not, but shout out you, man. I was talking about the 2020 streams earlier, bro. That was crazy. Like, you were in them all the time, and that was nuts. That's when we first met. So shout out Eddie. I would love to meet him one day, man, for sure. Yeah. I was at Fan Expo Dallas last year, so I'm no stranger to Texas. I've been once in my life outside of the airport. So yeah, I'll let you know if I'm in the area ever, and we'll have to meet up for sure. Maybe do a little Blu-ray hunt. Best Buy might not be around, but that would be sick still. Did you know you're on famous birthdays? Funnily enough, on my birthday last year, I got an email from them, and they were like, "Hey, do you mind if we use your information from social media?" And I was like, "Sure." So technically, I am on famous birthdays. It's very weird, and I don't know how I feel about it, but it's cool, I guess. Yeah, wild. Benjamin says, "Watch the podcast." Yes, watch the podcast. It is linked down below. I'm very behind in the chat, but that just happens. Let's do a speed run. And again, if you want to guarantee I get to your question, comment, or concern, super chat is the way to go. We got 94 people in here. Hello there. Pumped for Deadpool 3. It's my most anticipated movie of the year. Any theories? I mean, this isn't even a theory. I feel like this has become fact based on all the information we've been provided through these set picks and everything. I think that the Deadpool has created some sort of Nexus event, and then Mobius or someone from the TVA will get him, and then they'll end up getting a Wolverine variant, the one we see in the yellow suit, and they'll have to go through all these different universes and do something to reset something in the multiverse, blah, blah, blah. He'll end up in the MCU at the end, and that's all she wrote. That's kind of my theory. All right. This was too funny not to answer. Let's do it. Kiss, marry, kill. Steve, Eddie, Nancy. Who do you think I'm marrying? I'm marrying Steve of this bunch. Are we Steve Harrington? Are you kidding me? Come on now. I probably would let's see. I would probably kiss Nancy, and then I guess I'd kill Eddie, but that's not really, he's already dead. I love how I just cut myself off. He's already dead. Hey Chris, what is the most uplifting superhero movie? The Dark Knight Rises immediately came to mind when you said the word uplifting. I saw an edit on TikTok. It was an edit of that film, and it was of him trying and failing, but getting back up and overcoming adversity and getting out of the pit. That's the most uplifting scene in a superhero, damn near. So I'd say The Dark Knight Rises. Do you think the Fantastic Forecast is legit? I don't even know at this point. I've actually convinced myself this is legit. So yeah, I would say it is legit. I don't know, but I think Joseph Quinn, Evan Moss Backrack, and Vanessa Kirby are real. I don't know if Pedro's real or not, but we'll find out. But I think it's pretty much set in stone. I just don't know why they're hesitating to release it. Are they waiting for like a big D23, are they waiting for a big Comic-Con? I don't know, but just release it. Damn, that's how I feel. Yeah, I think we're getting the Deadpool 3 trailer February 11th, the day of the Super Bowl. Thoughts on the and another question from Felipe. Thoughts on the Holdovers? I really liked it. It was in my top 10 last year. Feel good holiday film for the family in a way. Like everyone can take something out of it and enjoy it, but it's yeah, I'd say this. I'd say that about it. And also, I have a review on Letterboxd if you want to see my actual well thought out, not off the dome thoughts on the movie. It's on Letterboxd. Am I a coffee drinker? Funny question here. I was talking about this with my friends yesterday. We were hanging out. I'm not a coffee drinker. A lot of them are. I'm not. I do not drink coffee at all. I don't drink caffeine or anything in the morning. And people think I'm weird for it, like I'm a robot or something, but I just don't. I don't. Yeah, in the morning I drink water. I drink water pretty much all exclusively water. Occasionally orange juice in the morning. And in terms of other beverages, occasionally, I mean, Dr. Pepper, if I'm like out in a combo meal, it's either going to be Dr. Pepper if they have it or blue Powerade. The occasional lime Powerade. Don't sleep. They got a Coke Freestyle machine. I give it a try. It's pretty good. I found that out when I worked at a fast food restaurant in high school. We had like the Freestyle machine, and this dude was like, "Yo, I'm gonna put you on. It's gonna change your life." And it kind of did for a bit. I get it at certain restaurants. Lime Powerade. It's really good. But no, I'm a water drinker. All right. Finished Better Call Saul a few months ago and loved it. Hell yeah, I love to hear that. Yeah, I think it's insane it didn't win at least one Emmy, and I think Rhea Seehorn should have won for Best Actress over the White Lotus girl. Jennifer Coolidge is her name, but that's insane to me. I don't even need to watch White Lotus to know that's not deserved. So yeah, that was that. I mean, just from what I've seen, it's like a goofy performance, which is fine. I'm not discrediting comedy, but Rhea Seehorn as Kim in Better Call Saul. I mean, come on, especially like the scene on the bus. What are we doing here? Am I gonna watch Despicable Me 4? I'd have to watch Despicable Me 3. I don't actually think I ever watched the third. I watched the first two, but that's all. That's all. Thoughts on a potential Tenet 2? I don't think they would do a sequel to it, but I would not be opposed. I just don't think they would ever do it. Keep Watch Burn, pizza, tacos, and chicken sandwiches. Okay, I'm keeping pizza. That's pretty easy for me. Pizza, it's a versatile food. You can add different toppings to it. You can go marinara sauce. You can do white sauce. You can do just the cheese and cheesy bread and call it pizza technically, right? So I would keep pizza. I have to have it. You got frozen pizza. That's an easy, quick dinner if you're in a hurry or you don't want to cook really. But you also have the fast food pizzas, the Domino's, the Papa John's of the world, the Pizza Huts of the world, and then you've got the mom and pop shops or the authentic pizzas of the world. Gotta go pizza. Now, between chicken sandwiches and tacos, the thing about the taco is you can do steak, you can do chicken, you can do beef, you can do shrimp, you can do fish, you can do whatever you want. I would probably have to say, though, I would lose the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. That's really the only one I ever eat in my life, actually, now that I think about it. I don't get chicken sandwiches anywhere else. I would probably be okay saying goodbye and just eating the chicken nuggets. So I would probably then, oh, wow. I didn't really think this one through. Keep watch burn with food. Okay, so here we go. I'm still going to keep the pizza. I'm going to watch the tacos or eat it once and be done with it. And then I guess never have the chicken sandwich. And that's okay. I can live with that, I think. I believe. Okay. Will there be 8 or 9 episodes of Stranger Things 5? They're saying 8, so I'm going to trust them, but I wouldn't be surprised if those are mega episodes, like mega. Like we're talking some of them even 2 hours. Did I see the Bob Marley movie? I ended up not seeing it. I touched on this earlier, but I was going to, and then I just ended up not going to the screening. Okay. My pick to win, I think the Chiefs are going to win. I'd be a fool not to, I put money on them, to be honest with you. I was like, yeah, the Chiefs are going to win. It hasn't failed me in the playoffs so far. So, yeah, I think the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. Okay. New Stranger Things update dropping tonight. Full-length video. Everyone stay tuned. What are my predictions for every Oscar nom? I don't know about every single one, but I think Oppenheimer is going to win most of the things it's nominated for. Favorite Ridley Scott movie, Gladiator or Alien? But I'm thinking Gladiator. Olivia says, I'll be at Megacon on Thursday. Well, I hope to see you there. I'll be there too. Me and Cam both will be there at Megacon on Thursday. No panels for us. Like, we're not doing any, but I'll be meeting Doc Brown and Marty McFly that day. So hope to see you there, Olivia. I may drive down to Megacon. How much does entry cost? You can look at the website for all that jazz, because I actually don't know off the top of my head. But yeah, totally. Come on down. I hope to see all you guys there at Megacon, and you can come to the panels. Friday, Saturday, Sunday are the panels, and Megacon's February 1st through 4th. I have been to Gwinnett Place Mall. That is Star Court, baby. I have been, and you can't get in, but you can look in, sort of. I wish I could get in. That would be really cool. I wish they should just like almost all the Stranger Things film locations should honestly just like be tourist locations. Like you just they honestly what they need to do is I think they would make a lot of money off this. Is just buy the property and like make it look like it did on like the actual set and call it a day. Charge X amount for a tour and photos and that. I mean, I think it's just foolish not to. They should do that with the school. They should make the school a monument for Stranger Things, in my opinion. And I think they should just straight up do that. I will lead a movement. We can start writing letters to make that happen. I don't know if they would listen to us, but I don't even know if we'd get in touch with anyone, but it'd be worth a shot. Okay, let's see. And again, Megacon, I'll be there when? February 1st through February 4th, people. It's going down. That is this week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Panels, meet and greets, you name it. I hope to see you guys there. Stranger Things panel on Sunday at 10 a.m., February 4th, with myself, my girlfriend, and Sean Chandler from Sean Chandler Talks About. Shout out, Sean. So yeah, it's going down, people. It's going down. Force Awakens or Phantom Menace. If I had to watch one right now, like someone said, hey, you can only watch one of these movies right now, Chris, today, at 7:05 p.m. Eastern on Monday, January 29th, Chris. One of these movies you're watching right now, watch The Phantom Menace. That's how I'm answering that one. Thoughts on what would happen with Scream 7 after the drama? It won't. It's never going to happen. That's my thoughts. Hey, David. What's up? Out of all the Marvel shows coming out in 2024, which one do you think is going to set up the most for the future of the MCU? The shows are X-Men 97, Animated Wakanda show, Agatha show, and the Spider-Man show. Of those, which one's going to set up the future of the MCU the most? I'm actually going to say, I'm going to say Agatha. Yeah, Agatha, because it has the potential to deal with the multiversal concepts. We are in the multiverse saga, so I would say Agatha could lead into the Return of Scarlet Witch. It could lead into something with Doctor Strange. You never know. Of those, I would say Agatha. Majestic Alex said just subbed. Well, thank you. Welcome. Glad to have you here in the community. Bring a jacket. It's supposed to be cold this week down here. I saw it's cold where I live. It's colder where I live, actually. So, yeah, I actually should check the weather a little more before I fully commit to packing. Yeah, just another thing I got to do. Got to do a lot. I honestly need to stay up to like 3 tonight and tomorrow. It's going to be hectic, but it's going to be worth it. When are we doing a room tour? Someone said. I don't know. Eventually. If Georgia still made the playoffs after Alabama lost, do you think they would beat Michigan? The way Michigan played in that national title, yeah, Georgia would have beat them by 3 touchdowns. And I have people in my life who are not Georgia fans who have said that to me. People who are rival fans have said that to me. Yes. But I don't care. It is what it is. Got left out by the committee. They lost a postseason game by 3 points, whatever. Anyway, they would have beat the piss out of them. And that's just put it bluntly. Big Georgia football fan for those who don't know. What's the best pizza place of the fast food ones? I don't even know. I really like Domino's crust right now, but I don't have it often. Keep Watch Burn. Jacob, shout out Jacob. Are these the sort of corporate? No, not corporate. I guess one of them is, and 2 of them are. We've got like the biopic category here. Okay. Keep Watch Burn. It hurts my heart to do this, but by I, Tonya. I'm sorry. I really like I, Tonya. Strong 4.5 out of 5 for me. That's got to go. Of the other 2, I'm going to watch Blackberry. I've been rewatching moments from that film on a loop, and then I'm going to keep Moneyball forever. Moneyball, infinitely rewatchable. I think I already did a water break, but I'm thirsty still. Chris, when in the season do you think Max will wake up? And do you think there will be an episode or 2 starting off from the hill scene? Yeah, I think that we will see something from that hill scene, even if it's a flashback. And I think Max will honestly either just be awake or maybe she'll wake up off screen. I don't know. I think she'll probably just be awake if they do the time jump. But I do think we'll see her sort of wake up, but maybe because she's possessed by Vecna or something. Yes, I concur fully, my friend. I'm going to Megacon. Well, again, I hope to see you there. Hey, Chris, who would you like to see Knives Out 3? I've thought about this. I was literally asking Cam yesterday. I was like, who do you want to see in this movie? Because it's going around the social medias, right? I want to see Glenn Howerton, who is Dennis Reynolds from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I want to see Glenn Howerton in there. And he's also in Blackberry. So I want to see Glenn Howerton. I would love to see Andrew Garfield in there. I would love to see Florence Pugh in there. I would love to see I'm just trying to think of like what would be the most fascinating random cast ever. Iowa Debris needs to be in there for sure. For sure, actually. Yeah, she needs to be in there. I would also say if we're going that route, let's go ahead and get Evan Moss Backrack in there as well. And then let's go younger here. Let's go with Sadie Sink from Stranger Things. And then you know what? Let's get crazy. Let's get John David Washington in there too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're cooking. Now we're cooking. You know who else is getting in there? We're throwing Bill Hader in there. Why not? I don't even know who I've named at this point, but like, I just want like a random mashup of like a variety of actors and actresses. I did not see the new Mean Girls film. Didn't do it. I don't know if I ever will. Maybe. I haven't watched the new Ghostbusters trailer yet. I'm avoiding it intentionally. I really just don't want to see too much because I'm already sold on the movie. By the way, if you guys are in here, hit that like button. Helps out more than you know. Totally forgot to mention that earlier. Spider-Man No Way Home out of 10. For me, it's 10 out of 10. I love it. Love it. Love it. Do I think 11 is Endgame? I do. Mike and 11 are meant to be, and they will end up together, or one of them will die, and that would be even more devastating. Wish I could go to Megacon. Well, if you can't make it to Megacon, panels will be posted on YouTube channels, so you can still watch them after the fact. But if you guys can, or in the area, or even considering, strongly encourage you to go to Megacon. I would hope to see you there at the panels. I'm actually leading a Stranger Things panel on Sunday, February 4th, and then I'm on one Saturday with Sean and a bunch of other folks, talking comic book movies, and Friday we've got one as well. So I hope to see you there. Megacon, February 1st through 4th. That's this week, folks. If you're in Orlando, if you're in Florida, if you're anywhere near, consider coming on down. It's going to be a lot of fun. The panels are free to attend, and it's going down. I really would love to meet a lot of you guys there. We got a super chat from Movie Fan 2002. Who's your favorite LGBTQ plus couple in media? For me, it's Luz Nocita and Amity Blight from The Owl House. I think there's potential for Robin Buckley and Vicky. I'm gonna say I like the seed that's been planted there. Yeah, so I'd say that. Other than that, I mean, I'm trying to think. That just came to mind first because I'm honestly entrenched in Stranger Things constantly. I'm gonna put faith in Duffers, develop that relationship, and I'm gonna say that's gonna be my pick. All right, that's my pick. I'm going with it, even though it's not official yet. Movie Fan 2000, that's my pick. All right, let's see. When's your next video? My next video is today. It's today. It's at whenever the stream ends. I'll finish editing it and post it. So yeah. That's that. Do you like Cobra Kai? I love Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai never dies, baby. Never dies. What type of role would you like to see Joe Keery in after Stranger Things? More of what he does in Spree, where he's just an absolute madman. That's what I want to see. Just an absolute lunatic. That would be ideal. Where are we at in the chat? I haven't watched Fargo, but I heard he's amazing in it, by the way. Sorry if I keep knocking my screen. That's on me. Oh, to answer this, by the way, Bill and Frank just came to mind from The Last of Us, the previous super chat. Bill and Frank just came to mind. But anyway, Keep Watch Burn, Fight Club, Shawshank, and Glorious Bastards. Bastards is the most rewatchable of those three. So I'm going to keep that just so I can watch it the most. Watch Shawshank and burn Fight Club. Shawshank, you have to experience at least once. It's not as rewatchable. But yeah, that's what I would say. Tynan, what's good? I hope you're doing well too. Yep. Thank you for stopping in. Hope all's well with you. Let's see. Ooh, Keep Watch Burn, Oppenheimer, Endgame, or The Last Crusade. I'm gonna say, damn, these are just three completely different movies. I would say of these three, if I had to keep one, meaning it's the most rewatchable, right? That's the way I look at this. When I do Keep Watch Burns, I base it on rewatchability solely because it's like you're stuck with it forever. I would have to keep The Last Crusade. That's the most rewatchable of those movies to me. Okay. The other two are 3-hour epics. Now I'm kind of, what's the old saying? Stuck between a rock and a hard place. I think I used that right. Damn. I would say of these two, I mean, they're. I mean, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this, but I have to watch Endgame. I have to know how it ends. I have to know how the MCU ends, essentially. And I don't want to really say what I would have to do to the other movie there. You guys know where we're headed. Anyway, total atmospheric ignition is where we're headed, unfortunately. I haven't watched Society of the Snow. Heard good things though. Sorry, 1 second. All right. What's your favorite poster in your background? I get asked this one a lot. I really like these right here. Right here. Those are my favorite, probably. Batman KM, shout out him on social media. Kirk Manley is the artist. You can order his prints online. He kills it every time. It's been an hour and 11 minutes. My goodness. What's going on? It's been an hour. I'm not even lying. The time these things just continues to fly by faster and faster. But hope you're all doing well, and I do appreciate you sticking around. We're still going to go for a little bit longer here. I'm having a fun time. I hope you guys are too. Hit the like button if you're in here or on the replay. Helps out a lot. And super chat's the way to go to guarantee I get right to your question, comment, or concern. And I'll be at Megacon February 1st through February 4th this week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, doing panels, meet and greet, all that. If you see me walking around, come say hello. I'd love to meet you. And I hope to see you guys at the panels as well. It'd be awesome if you guys showed up to the panels, especially that Stranger Things one. That's going to be awesome. Best Netflix original, Stranger Things. What about Platoon? Platoon is a classic war movie, but I think Saving Private Ryan is the definitive war movie. The opening scene alone is the most immersive a war film has been. It's brutal in your face. Platoon definitely, dives into some questions about morality and surrounding the war and, how people are just scumbags, frankly. But the evils of war are really portrayed in that film. Saving Private Ryan puts you in the shoes of the soldier. Man, is it great. Devastating watch. Patrick Bateman's in the house. What does he say? I quote this movie with my friends a lot. I've assessed the situation and I'm gone. I would say the best spy movies. I mean, James Bond is like the gold standard for many, right? But I'm a Mission Impossible guy. I would say Mission Impossible 4 through 7 are the best spy movies to me. The definitive spy movies. Maya, welcome in. I appreciate the kind words. And yeah, hopefully 100K soon. I'm really, really trying to make that final push. Love the Past Lives profile pic, by the way. What's your favorite comedy movie? It's a toss-up between a few. The Other Guys is up there. Tropic Thunder has really recently made the push to being high on that list as well. One of those two, maybe. Superbad's up there. I don't watch Superbad a lot, but I've seen it a lot. I haven't watched it since 2021, I want to say. I checked Letterboxd, but I've seen it a bunch, I don't rewatch comedies as much as I used to, just because, frankly, once you know the bit, unless it's a super funny movie, it's like not as rewatchable as you would hope. So that's the case with that. I have not seen the Arrowverse shows. I couldn't get into them, and I just think they're really low production quality, unfortunately. I watched Stranger Things in July of like the week after it came out. I want to say it was out for a few days, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this show. Water break, I got you. Cheers. Let's see. Am I excited for Megalopolis? That's the Francis Ford Coppola film, correct? I'm curious. Yeah, I mean, he self-funded it, I want to say, from what I've read. We'll see. I don't know what the hell it's about or any. I mean, it's going to be. When is it even going to have a trailer? I don't know. I think Shia LaBeouf's even in the movie, so that's just a wild card, to be honest with you guys. Who knows? Maya asks, "Is any of the Stranger Things cast going to be at MegaCon?" Yes. Grace Van Dyne, who plays Chrissy, but of course, Gaten Matarazzo, who plays Dustin, and Finn Wolfhard, who plays Mike Wheeler, are going to be there, and I will be meeting them. And I am over the moon excited. I haven't met. I talked about this earlier in the stream, but I haven't met any of like the main core cast from the show. So this is the first for me. It's a big deal. I'm really looking forward to it. All right. More on this in my upcoming video. You guys are going to want to stay tuned for that if you're curious. More on this soon. Magnolia is up there, Joel. I've seen Magnolia. It's a great movie, but it's also not one I always think of because of, again, personal enjoyment and rewatchability. It's a fantastic movie, but man, is it depressing. You know what I'm saying? All right. Where we at? Where we at? Dun-dun-dun. Okay. I am not Florida based, but I'm still going. I'm going to drive down. I have a full on most anticipated movies of the year video talking about this sort of. And let's see. Oh, hold on. Where are we at? Hold on. It's been Agatha all along. I remember that. What a time that was, huh? Craziness. Top 3 Spielberg films in no order are going to be Raiders of the Lost Ark, Jaws, and ooh, that's tough. Really love E.T. E.T.'s a classic. What can I say? How's your Hogwarts Legacy playthrough? It's going well. I don't forget what percentage we're at. I haven't played in like 2 weekends, but yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I'm really it's such an immersive world. My favorite thing to do is fly on the back of a hippogriff and just go as high as I can, and then just kind of look at everything. No, Hogwarts Legacy has been a lot of fun though. When do you think Outer Banks 4 will come out? I think it'll come out next year. Probably, but we really don't know. They're still filming, I want to say. Have they even resumed filming? I don't fully know, but I mean, it would be cool if it came out this year. I don't know if that's possible, but hopefully this summer, but maybe next year if not. I feel like they'll drop it late or early next year, maybe late this year. They'd have to grind to the editing though. Megacon, that's right. I will be at Megacon February 1st through 4th. That's this week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Panels, meet and greets, all that, you name it. Link down below in the description are the panels I will be on. But I hope to see you guys there. Let me know in the chat if I can expect to see you at Megacon. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'll probably go for like 13 more minutes, call it a nice hour and a half. So if you guys are in here and you have a burning question you're trying to ask that I haven't answered, Super Chat is the way to go to guarantee I get to that. And yeah, that's kind of where we're rocking with it right now. Hit that like button again if you guys are in here. And if you're on the replay, hello there. Favorite arc in the Clone Wars, IMO, the Siege of Mandalore. I would say that's up there, obviously. I mean, that's from season 7. That's Ahsoka v. Maul. The Umbara stuff's great. That's like a very typical answer from folks, but it's also just fantastic. The Umbara stuff. One of those two. Yeah, I'd say. Eddie, how you doing? Hello. I need to return some videotapes. Water break. Cheers. What's your favorite Jedi? Extremely difficult to not say Obi-Wan Kenobi, so I'm going to say Obi-Wan Kenobi. Even though I didn't love his show, I thought it was a real big missed opportunity. I mean, he's the Jedi to me. I've never seen a David Lynch movie, and that's intentional. I just don't think that I would really get on. I don't think that I would be a fan, you know? I just don't think I'd be a fan. I've heard that it's not really my type of movie, so I'm just not going to explore those movies there probably. Will Cobra Kai release this year? I think so, in the fall, hopefully. When you're dropping a new YouTube video today, within the hour or two, I will have my new one out. I haven't watched the new Godzilla Kong trailer. Don't know if I ever will. Have you seen Teen Wolf? Boom, Scott McCall right here. I have. I watched Teen Wolf for the first time Last year. I finished it up in the fall. So yeah, I have. I really like Teen Wolf, and it's like, yeah, it gets extremely ridiculous and drawn out in seasons 4, 5, and 6, and really unnecessarily complex, if I'm being frank. But the characters and just the vibe. It's one of those shows where it's like you got to just crank through the bad episodes. Seasons 1 through 3, though, loved, loved. I saw part of this Kung Fu 4 Panda, yeah. Kung Fu Panda 4 trailer. I saw part of it on TV, but I haven't actually seen the third Kung Fu Panda, so I'd have to watch that before I watch this. Won't be at Megacon, but see you at ATL. Well, I'll see you at ATL Con. Yeah, I'll be at 2 cons. So I'll be at Megacon, and then the following week I'll be at Atlanta Comic Con. The day of the Super Bowl, I'll be there, I think, but I'll be back in time for the Super Bowl. Good question. Do you have any other plans when you're going down, like theme park or something? I think I didn't have plans until recently, but I think I am now going to a theme park one of the days. Yeah, I think I am. So I'm looking forward to that very much so. It'll be nice, relaxing, sort of unplug vacation day. The con is also going to be very fun, but it's like itinerary, boom, boom, boom. So just going to chill at one of my favorite theme parks will be really, really fun with Cam. So really looking forward to this trip. It's going to be awesome. Braden says, I know there's really no chance of this happening, but if you could bring Billy back in Stranger Things, how would you do it? Um, there's no way to do it with him being the same Billy. I mean, you could resurrect him. The Duffers could write some sort of new rule for the Upside Down where he comes back as like a zombie, but I don't think anyone would want to see that. So that's the only way I think they do it. There's no way Billy can come back as the Billy we knew. So I think he's dead and gone. So unfortunately, that's my answer to that one. Do you think Max is going to stay blind? We'll have to see. I don't really know. I think there's a way where she's used to see into the Upside Down, and shout out Cam for coming up with that a while back when I was talking to her, but I like that theory. So her eyesight will come into play in the plot for sure. But yeah, if you guys are in here, hit that like button. It helps out a lot. And I'll be at MegaCon talking about stuff like this. If you like, asking me these theories and all that and talking about them, we'll do it live and in person Sunday, February 4th at MegaCon. Myself, Sean Chandler from Sean Chandler Talks Out, my girlfriend Cam. It's going down. So I really hope to see you guys there. It's really going to be a blast. And Super Chat, again, is the way to go to guarantee I get to your last minute questions on the stream. We got about 10 minutes left, roughly. So Super Chat in your last minute questions to guarantee I get to them if I haven't gotten to your question yet. All right, where was I? There I was. Okay. Do you think any major characters will eventually die in season 5? I think they'll subvert expectations and let 11 live. Yeah, someone's got to go, and they know that. They're aware of that. They also understand, the Duffers, that this is the final season, and so it's like, we don't have to hold back anymore. They don't need to get cold feet because it doesn't matter. Someone's going to go. Someone's going to have that Tony Stark death where it's like one major death that's devastating, but it has to happen for the impact of everything to be fully felt and understood. Someone's going. Do you think 2024's best movie will be as good as Oppenheimer? I don't know if that's possible. I just don't. I don't see any on the lineup where I'm like, that could be the next Oppenheimer for me personally, because I just love that movie so, so, so much. But you never know. Gladiator 2 could be great. And then, of course, if it is a movie that's as good as Oppenheimer, it's probably one we haven't even heard of or doesn't even have a release date. Those movies that just sneak up on you in the back half of the year, like in award season. So, yeah. All right. I have never watched Doctor Who. It's one of those things where it's probably way too overwhelming to actually start. So I just won't because of that. I'll be at MegaCon Sunday. Well, I hope to see you there at the Stranger Things panel, Eddie. It's 10 a.m. Eastern time. I hope to see you there. Whose death hit harder, Billy, Alexi, or Eddie? Of the three, Eddie for me, because of Dustin's reaction. I mean, and the use of when it's cold, I'd like to die. I mean, Billy was sad. Alexi was obviously sad. I talked about that one earlier in the stream, but Eddie is the saddest of those three. Probably the saddest death in the show, unless I'm allowed to count Hopper's. But even then, that's more the letter reading. So Eddie's is the saddest. I'm doing a Blu-ray collection, Andy. It's coming out actually within the next week. My Blu-ray collection will be out. I'm filming it tonight, I believe. So tonight or tomorrow, I'll film it. It'll be out while I'm at Megacon, which is when? It's February 1st through 4th in Orlando, Florida. Panels, I'm on 3 of them, and they're linked down below in terms of the description of those panels. One of them is a comic movie talk. One is how to grow a nerd at YouTube. One of them is Stranger Things dedicated to season 5 theories. So we've talked about a lot of theories in the stream. If you want to come hang out and do that in person, I'll be there at not at Stranger Things, at Megacon. They're filming in Atlanta right now currently, and Stranger Things filming is happening in Atlanta. Okay. I have seen Heat. Yeah, I mean, it's probably the premier heist film of our time, and I was talking about it earlier in the stream. I was talking about Heat versus Collateral. I love Heat, and one thing I really like about it is how realistic the gunshots sound. It's really one of the louder movies. It seems the most realistic, and it allows for that extra level of immersion when you're watching it. Adds to the intense nature of these heist scenes. Favorite scene from Cobra Kai? 5. Hot take, but season 5. Let's see. Favorite clone? Like from Star Wars, my favorite clone trooper, it's really difficult to not say Rex. I mean, growing up, I was like, Rex is the coolest, but I also like Commander Cody. And I know those are 2 of the most basic picks in the book, but come on now. I also like, in terms of the Bad Batch, that's a good question. I'm looking over at my shelf. I got the Bad Batch Funko set a few years ago. I really like Wrecker, but I also like Hunter. Yep. Those are all some of my fave clones. Let's see. Cam and I have been together like 7 years. Yeah, 7 years, but started dating in high school and in college. So it's, yeah, technically 7 years. We both talk about it. It's kind of like 7 years, but not really, but it is, I guess. It's weird. Anyway, on a scale of 1 to 10, would you rate Cobra Kai as a show? Pretty highly. I don't know if I would 1 to 10 it, but I would say it's one of the most enjoyable shows I've ever seen. It's a really well done legacy sequel that takes the core of the Cobra Kai trilogy and expands upon it. Like, it maintains the heart of that and some of the cheesiness, and even enhances the cheesiness and silliness in some scenes, but it never loses what it is at its core. So yeah, I'm gonna go for like 2 or 3 more minutes, so I'll take a few more questions. But of course, I will be at MegaCon this week, and it's going down. I hope to see a lot of you guys there at the panels on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And if you see me there, come say hello. So yeah, it's going down. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if you're here on the replay, hit the like button as well. But I'll take, like, again, 2 more questions here on the stream, and I will be dropping a video tonight. So for all you guys in here, stay tuned, because I will be doing a full-on video about the Stranger Things news. It's in the editing right now, the editing process, but it's going live momentarily. Not really, more like 9 o'clock, so like an hour and a half, but it'll be up tonight still. So hopefully you guys check it out. But I caught up in the chat, a rarity, right? It's pretty hard to do, but I caught up in the chat. Any last minute questions, fire them off. I'll get to them. If you have some hot take or want me to do some impression or anything, super chat it in and I'll get to that. And yeah, then that'll be the last stream until after MegaCon, which will, I mean, next week when I'm streaming, yeah, I'll be back from MegaCon. It'll be an experience. So we'll have a lot to talk about there. I'll be able to tell you about my interaction with Finn Wolfhard and Gaten Matarazzo and Doc and Marty from Back to the Future. Man, it's going to be fun. I can't wait. Alrighty. My favorite character from Stranger Things, I answer this every stream, but I'll answer anyway. It's like a tie between Hopper and Steve for me. They're both my 1 and 2, my 1A, 1B sort of. I just don't know anymore. I feel like Steve so many times has like set himself up to die and then lived. So it's like maybe he'll just get out. But also, if you'll remember, he has that scene with Nancy in the RV where he's talking about like the 6 little nuggets and having kids. So I feel like they wouldn't deprive us of that and the happy ending for him, but they could also just be like, screw it, we're going to kill him and break everyone's heart. Everyone's hearts. Okay. Hot take, Mike is my favorite character. Very hot take. Jake says, who's your favorite Spider-Man? Of the three like actors, Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man is my favorite portrayal. Tynan says, Dune 2 thoughts. Seems like Mark has been quiet. Yeah. Well, the weird thing about Dune 2 is it was supposed to come out in like, when was it supposed to come out? Last year, early, and then like it got delayed a bunch because of the strikes and all that. I think it looks really epic, and I honestly think it looks better than the first Dune. I enjoy parts of the first Dune, but I also acknowledge that for me, it's a big one of those big slow burn setup films, and I went in expecting it to be something that it wasn't. So that's on me. I am aware of that. But the marketing for Dune 2 looks like what I thought Dune 1 was going to be, and so I fully expect to be blown away by it. Hopefully, I don't want to overhype myself, but I think this will be the movie where I'm like, okay, I get the Dune hype finally. Denis, you knocked it out of the park, and it's like it delivers on that epic action. And that's what Timothée Chalamet and Denis Villeneuve said. They're like, this is like an action-packed, awesome movie. And I'm not saying I can't watch a movie that's slower with not in-your-face action, but I thought Dune was going to be like epic in scale with like Lord of the Rings level battles and all that, and it just wasn't. But everything we've seen from marketing for Dune 2, I'm kind of like, okay, yeah, we'll see. Got a super chat here. Thank you so much for the super chat. Best and worst couple in Stranger Things, in your opinion? Personally, I don't like Mike and Elle, and I like probably Joyce and Hopper the most. Yeah, my favorite, the best to me is Joyce and Hopper, Jopper Supremacy. They're my favorite in the whole show. But I also really think close behind them is Lucas and Max. They're sweet. Those are the top two comfortably. Then you've got Stancy, and I'm a big fan of them. But then the worst couple in the show, I said it earlier, it's kind of niche. Tommy H and Carol from season 1 specifically. They're very irritating. They're like Steve's friends. God, they're the worst. They're such punks. But of like the main ones, to give you a more mainstream answer, I would say I'm not a big Jonathan and Nancy fan. So I would say them. They're probably pretty low on the ranking for me in terms of Stranger Things couples. But no, yeah, that's my answer to that one in terms of the ships of Stranger Things. Okay. Keep Watch Burn, and then we'll take like one or two more and call it a day for the stream. Keep Watch Burn, Batman 89, Batman Returns, and The Flash. Burn I don't know. Keep Batman 89 for sure, right? Because that's the one that I actually kind of enjoy. Where are we at? Hold on one second. So yeah, I would say keep Batman 89 because that has Nicholson's Joker and it's the best of the three. I guess I'd watch Batman Returns and burn The Flash. Yeah, just to say I've seen the two Keaton Batman films and then burn The Flash because The Flash was just unnecessary. Age-old question. Or do you think Jonathan and Steve will have a round 2? Like a fight? Like they did in the alley? I don't know. I don't think they're going to fight. I don't. I think they're going to make up and become better friends, closer friends this season. Age-old question, Team Vampire or Werewolf, and why? I think werewolves are cooler. Yeah. Big Teen Wolf guy. And also, I don't know. There's something about it, especially after watching Teen Wolf and exploring the lore. But I got to watch Vampire Diaries to kind of even out the conversation there. But no, I would say, yeah, big werewolf fan of the two. I also think Twilight doesn't get werewolves right. I don't even know. Teen Wolf does justice to the werewolves. Cinnamon Sugar with a super chat. Have you heard of the mythology guy? I have not. Is this a YouTuber? Is this a blogger? Is this who's the mythology guy? You'll have to let me know. I've never heard of the mythology guy. Let's see. Hear that? I'm out of water. People ask for water breaks. I'm out of water. And we've been going for an hour, 33 minutes. So I think we're going to wrap this thing up, I think. But I'll answer a few more real quick. Lucas is the most underrated character. I don't even know if that's a hot take. I feel like he is underrated, underappreciated, and super, like the performance from Caleb in season 4. Good Lord, he crushed it. Straining Swifty, welcome in. Glad you could still make it. I'm very excited for Megacon. Appreciate the kind words. When am I going to be at Megacon? Glowheart asks. Every day, February 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, every day. And I have panels 3 of those 4 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And that information is, again, linked down below. And as you can see in the scroller at the bottom, I will be there February 1st through 4th. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's in Orlando, for those wondering. I hope to see you guys there. Okay. Valid. I mean, vampires are cool too. There's just something about those werewolves. Howling at the moon. Let's see. Ian with a tricky one right here. Say one good thing about Morbius and one bad thing about Raiders. One good thing about Morbius is that it has a lot of meme potential. The dance scene with Matt Smith is actually golden in terms of memes go, as far as memes go. Bad thing about Raiders. Bad thing about Raiders. I can't think of one. That's literally one of the few perfect movies to me. A bad thing about Raiders would be that it ends. Unfortunately, the movie ends. I wish it could go forever. I got out of that one. Cop out. Cinnamon Sugar says Mythology Guy is a YouTuber. Well, I haven't heard of Mythology Guy. I haven't. So, unfortunately, but I appreciate the super chat for letting me know. And yeah, we still have 81 people in here. I could wrap this up right now. This is the decision you guys need to make. I'm gonna let you guys make it because I love you guys. We've been going for an hour and 35. We could go for 25 more minutes, or we could end it right now. That's the decision we have to make, or I have to make. If you guys keep firing off good questions like you are, we'll keep going. But if not, we'll probably wrap it up soon. But it seems like you guys want to keep going. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. Let's do it. We'll go. We still have 83 strong in here, and it's 7:30. I mean, yeah, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. It's fun. We'll go for 25 more minutes. Sorry for that just awful noise for my water bottle. But since we're going to keep going, fire off your questions then. Make them original ones. Food questions, life questions, music questions, anything. Super chat in your questions, comments, or concerns. We'll keep this thing going. Cinnamon Sugar says, please don't wrap up with super chats. I won't. I'll keep going. We'll keep going. Fire off your questions. Keep watch burns, all that. This is fun. And again, I will be at Megacon February 1st through 4th. That is this week. That is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm driving down there Wednesday, but I'll be at the con Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, February 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Panels, meet and greets. Sunday, February 4th, Stranger Things panel. Talking season 5 theories. Saturday, there's a comic movie panel. So it's going down, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm ready for it. Really am. But if you guys are still in here or on the replay, because we're going for 25 more minutes, you might as well hit the like button, right? You might as well do it. It's free. It helps out more than you guys know. So hit that like button. And yeah, so we're gonna keep going. I'm actually gonna send a quick text, and we'll get right back into this chat. Okay, so there we go. Cool, taking care of that. Here we are. All right, so we're gonna keep this thing rolling. Let's do it. All right, here we go. And here we go. All right. I'm just gonna address this. Do you think Noah Schnapp will lose his career after Stranger Things? Considering he has nothing lined up right now, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be acting much. That's all I'll say about that. Have you ever met Zach Pope? I have met Zach Pope. I have. Yeah, I've done videos with Zach Pope here on the channel. We talked to Ozark on the channel. So yeah, I know Zach Pope. Zach's an awesome guy. I think he's actually getting married soon. So shout out Zach Pope. I hope to have Zach on the channel later in February. Actually, we've talked about doing a live stream. I want to do weekly guests, and Zach Pope is potentially lined up to be one of them. So yeah, Zach's awesome. Okay. Bad things about Oppenheimer, good things about The Dark Knight. Well, they're both amazing. I can't name a bad about Oppenheimer. If I had to say anything, maybe no, it's not even the length of the film. I know that's a common critique, but not even that for me. It flies by. So I would say maybe, I don't even know for Oppenheimer, really. I can't answer this question, damn it. Nolan's just too good, guys. Yeah, we're keeping this thing going. I appreciate you guys being in here. Let's keep going. 25 more minutes. This is just funny to me. Who's the most famous person you've met besides yourself and your wife? Well, I don't have a wife. I feel like people might think I am married, but it's my girlfriend. But that's funny. I would say, well, I get the question now. I was actually not thinking about this, but I appreciate you, I guess, saying I don't really view myself as famous or Cam as famous, but that's funny regardless. No, I would say, so who's the most famous person I met at a convention? It's probably, who is it? Is it John Bernthal? Probably. That's kind of where I'm leaning, unless I'm forgetting someone. Like at a convention, like Kirby Smart, I've met. He's very famous, but in the world of college football, like celebrity that I've met, John Bernthal, probably. John Bernthal, Charlie Cox. Technically met the Hobbits, but I think John Bernthal. I think I lean him being the most famous for some reason. That's just my pick. After this week, the answer will be Michael J. Fox for sure. Okay, Lumax is the best ship. I respect that. Yeah, I respect that. Yes, I do. He's on set. He'll be in he'll be in the season. For sure. Yeah, he will be playing Will Byers. What's your music type? Mine is metal. Mine is it's everything. I talked about this with my buddy. It's literally everything. One day I'll be listening to West Side Story and Dear Evan Hansen and all these Broadway musicals, and then later that day I'll be listening to movie scores, and then that night I'll be listening to classic rock, and then the next day I'll be listening to alternative rock, and then the next day I'll be listening to pop from when I was 10 years old, and then the next day I'll listen to Taylor Swift, and then I'll be listening to Mac Miller and rap. It's just all over the place. It's not metal, it's not country, but it's pretty much everything else in between. Yeah, Tame Impala as well. Joe, Wallows, love that kind of music. What would you describe that as? Indie? I don't know. Indie rock, indie alter. I don't know. I'm not a huge music guy if you haven't picked up on that, like in terms of knowing all my terminology, but I just know what I like and know what I don't like. Music is a feel for me. If I listen to something and I can almost picture like a scene from a movie with my life, like that's how I love it. Like it's a vibe thing for me. Music is. Shout out Jack. How the hell are you doing, Jack? Hope all's well with you. Any concerts on your list in the new year? I'm looking at a couple Canadian festivals this summer. Well, very nice. I don't think so for me. I went to multiple last year, which is a rarity. I usually do not go to concerts often. So I've been to, I think, 3 last year. Probably not going to any this year right now. Um, yeah, none on my radar. I'm actually in 2 weddings this year. Fun fact about me. I'm in 2 weddings this year, and those are in the summer. And then I'm doing this Megacon, Atlanta Comic Con thing back to back. So I'm thinking about like my trips and like my things I'm doing. And then it's like football for me is from like September to the end of the year pretty much. And then the holiday season's here. So concerts, I don't know where they would fit in. I saw Taylor Swift last year. That was the big one. And so that's kind of like, I wouldn't see her again this year, obviously. I don't think I would have the opportunity to even. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I hope you find a festival you like, man, and you go get after it. I would like to see, who would I even like to see that I haven't seen? Tame Impala, Joe, Wallows. Those are 3 on my big list, but they're 2 of those are smaller. You're my favorite movie reviewer. Well, I appreciate that. Even though I don't review movies all that much, I appreciate you saying that. I technically do, but not as much. Okay. What's your favorite Nolan soundtrack? The best score for a Nolan film is it's a 3-way toss up between Inception, Oppenheimer, and Interstellar. I think Oppenheimer. I listen to Oppenheimer's soundtrack on a nonstop loop, in my opinion. Speaking of Oppenheimer, Cinnamon Sugar with a super chat saying I haven't seen Oppenheimer. You got to watch it. And I know it's not going to be for everybody, and that's okay. But I love this movie, and if you're a fan of Nolan, you'll be a fan of this. If you're a fan of the subject history, you'll be a fan of this. And if you just want to see a well-crafted movie with an out-of-this-world score, it's a technical marvel. You will appreciate the filmmaking of Oppenheimer. So must watch, in my opinion. A must watch, especially before the Oscars if you're into that. So highly recommend Cinnamon Sugar. Who's the best Cobra Kai character in your opinion? Johnny of the original Karate Kid characters. Of the new Karate Kid characters, best, it has to be Miguel Diaz just because of the journey he's been on in his character development. But I also would throw Sam LaRusso in the mix. I put some respect on Sam LaRusso. People out there don't. I do. Yeah, Jopper is elite. I'm not going to argue with that. Can you give way too early top 5 college football rankings? I got you. Of course, there's going to be some bias in here, and I don't really care. But to me, with Carson Beck returning, with the work Georgia's done in the portal, with Nick Saban out of the picture, frankly, Georgia is going to be my preseason number 1. My number 2 is going to be, and this is half my thoughts, half what I think will happen. Number 2 would be probably Ohio State, if I had to guess. And now I'm kind of just guessing. I think Ohio State would be 2 just because they love Ohio State. And also they've gotten a bunch of studs in the portal, Caleb Downs being one of them, Quinshon Judkins being one of them. So I'd say Ohio State would be 2. I'd say 3 is going to be Texas, with Quinn Ewers returning and Sark at the helm of that squad. I'd say 4 is going to be Alabama, probably. And rounding out the top 5 way too early will probably be Michigan. That's my way too early top 5 for what I think they'll do. And I could be off, but I think that all the teams I just named will be in the top 10. Favorite football team, the Georgia Bulldogs. Big college football guy. Always have been, always will be. Always will be. Favorite NCU character, give me Iron Man. Also just rewatched Mando Season 3 with a first-time watcher. Didn't think the season could be redeemed for me, but I really enjoyed it the second time around, except the Jack Black app. Yeah, I talked about Mando 3 earlier. I was like, man, what a letdown that was. So maybe I need to watch it again and experience it without the expectation or the hype, and maybe I'd be able to enjoy it more. But I just felt like it was so unfocused and unnecessary. Like it had no sense of direction or meaning. And what really irritated me was they made Grogu sort of way too just like Grogu just became all about being cute and laugh and a joke and for the toys. And I was like, man, there was a great story to tell here at one point, and it fell off for me. But you know, what can you do? But I'm glad you enjoyed it more on the rewatch. Water is almost out if you can't hear, but we're going for about 15 more minutes. Yeah, 15 more minutes, I think. Cinnamon Sugar with another super chat. Thank you so much for all the support, Cinnamon Sugar. Mount Rushmore of comic book movies. So I get 4 because there's 4 on the Mount Rushmore. Avengers Infinity War for sure is on there. And I'm not going to put Endgame because that would take up another spot. But you can kind of count them as one. But I'd say Infinity War is on there for the MCU. For non-MCU movies that are in Marvel, I don't know. I'm going to have to put... I have to put... I feel like I have to put The Dark Knight on there. This is my personal Mount Rushmore. Let me preface this and restart. This is my personal Mount Rushmore. Infinity War, The Batman, Spider-Man, like the original Spider-Man film. And then I'm going to say I'm going to say the OG Iron Man. So Iron Man, Spider-Man, Infinity War, and The Batman. There you go. Aiden with the super chat. Thank you, Aiden. I appreciate that so much. If you could put a Stranger Things land in a big theme park guy. If you guys ask theme park questions, you're getting a good answer, and you'll get me excited. So theme park questions. Here we go. If you could put a Stranger Things land in a theme park, what would it look like, and what rides/restaurants would you have there? So if I had to put Stranger Things in a theme park, it would be Universal because it just fits the vibe, and they've had horror nights, with Universal. But it would fit the vibe. I would put it in Universal if I had to, right? And it would be a section of the park. It would be essentially the center. All right, let's think about this. So the icon of Stranger Things would be probably, I'm thinking, right? It'd probably have to be Hawkins Lab. If not, I don't know what it would be. It would probably have to be Hawkins Lab. You'd have to have that somewhere. You could do, I don't know if someone's house would really work. I don't know if you could really do the mall as a center point because that's just like specifically season 3. The lab is kind of all seasons. You could do the Creel House actually, so that could be cool. But I would say, yeah, what restaurants would I have? You would have to have like a legit Surfer Boy pizza. Scoops Ahoy ice cream would have to be there. But like legit, not just like the little pop-ups and stuff. And you would have to have like for your nice restaurant, right? So Surfer Boy Pizza and Benny's Burgers, I think would be 2 really good ones to have, like fast, quick service, like the fast food. Dessert, you've got Scoops Ahoy ice cream. Okay. And then you've also got the arcade. You can go into the arcade and play games there. That's a little kid section. Now, for the nicer restaurant, you're going to have Enzo's. You're going to have Enzo's, which is the Italian restaurant that Hopper, and it's going to be an Italian joint, and you're going to have that. Okay. Then you're going to have the Hawkins Lab, and you're actually going to have a ride in the Hawkins Lab, and it's going to be similar to Escape from Gringotts, which is in Harry Potter world, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. It's a Diagon Alley, and it's going to be you're going to wear 3D glasses, but you're also going to be on a moving cart. It's going to have some drops, some twists and turns. It's going to be sort of an adventure through the lab. You're actually going to go into the Upside Down underneath the lab, like the Gate episode. That is going to be one of the big draws. But you're also going to have a roller coaster, and that roller coaster is going to be playing Master of Puppets. It's going to be you're going to go around the Creel House, and it's going to just be sick. It's going to be so cool, and it's going to be pretty awesome, almost like a rock and roller coaster of sorts, if you will, but Stranger Things themed. And Eddie is going to be guiding you on that ride. And then one other, I don't even know. You're going to have. I'm kind of just winging at this point, but it's going pretty cool. It's going pretty well if you ask me. I think you gotta have a ride like the ET ride. This is the slow ride where it's like you are on a bike and you're just driving through. You're like going through Stranger Things, but you're sitting on a bike and you're just riding through the streets of Hawkins. And it's like the kids slower moving ride, but it's a fun one still. And it plays like kids, like the track kids from the score and everything. Like that would probably be cool. So something like that. That sounds pretty sick. If you ask me, I think we should get a theme park for Stranger Things at some point. I think they will at one point. In fact, I think Netflix will make its own theme park within the next decade. By like 2035, they'll have made that official. So we'll see. But Aiden, great question. Big theme park guy over here. So love the theme park questions. And you guys have crushed it with support in the chat, regular questions, likes, super chats, all of it. Really do appreciate it. Marty McFly or Max Mayfield? I mean, that's heavy, Doc. Marty McFly. I mean, they're incomparable, though. I mean, Marty's one of the coolest characters ever to me. So I'd say Marty, but I love Max. Favorite Broadway musical? Ooh, that's tough. Hamilton's my favorite, but I know that's really basic. But I love the music of West Side Story a lot. A lot, a lot. Season 4 is my favorite, but I think 3 is the most rewatchable. Let's see. I don't like The Flash at all. I think I think it was overrated prior to its release, and then I think the movie's just not good. I haven't seen The Crowded Room, but I've seen clips from it on Twitter. I know that's the Tom Holland show on Apple TV Plus or Apple TV, whatever the hell it's called. Jackson's going to Megacon Saturday. I'll be there. Hope to see you there. The comic book movie panel is Saturday with Sean Chandler, Cody Leach, and others. A roller coaster through the houses would be amazing. Absolutely. I've never been to Cedar Point. Yeah, I never did the haunted houses, but I heard they were awesome. The houses at Horror Nights. I never did them. I've never been out of the US, so I've never been to this place. Yeah, jump scares, Demogorgon Vecna, that would be cool. All right, let's see. Marty's vest is red. I'm an orange vest truther. I think his vest is orange to the end of the line. Call me crazy, call me colorblind. I will die on that hill. What's your favorite theme park ride at each park you've been to? At Islands of Adventure Universal, it's going to be Hagrid's Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure. At Universal Studios, I would have to say Escape from Gringotts. At Magic Kingdom, I would say right now it's probably Big Thunder. I don't know. I loved Splash Mountain, rest in peace, but I'm excited for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. At Hollywood Studios, I got to go Tower of Terror probably right now, or Rise of the Resistance. Epcot, I would say Guardians, Cosmic Rewind, and Animal Kingdom Expedition Everest. Those are the ones that I know off the top of my head. Team Marty Red Vest. I'm outnumbered. I'm outgunned, outmanned. All right. What's the best Guardian soundtrack? I would say of the 3. I don't even know. I said 3 originally, but like they're just such different vibes. It depends on the mood you're in. I mean, see, wild here, but 2 actually has a really great one. Southern Nights is on there. The Chain by Fleetwood Mac's on there. You've got there's many more. I forget the name of it. It's You Got a Wham Bam Shang Lang. That one's good. You've got so many on there. The first one though, I mean, it's classic. Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Ooh, Child, and then Fooled Around and Fell in Love. I mean, then the third one though is a completely different vibe, but it's almost the best. It's a very, very difficult decision in my opinion. Keep, Watch, Burn, Lion King, Ratatouille, Toy Story 3. Keep The Lion King because it's the best animated film ever. I guess I'd have to watch Ratatouille and burn Toy Story 3 because we have other Toy Story movies, but I love them all dearly. Keep, Watch, Burn, Stranger Things, Top Gun, Maverick, Oppenheimer. Keep, Stranger Things, watch Oppenheimer, burn Top Gun, Maverick. All right, I'm answering those quick so that it's easier. I'm ripping the Band-Aid off. So I don't have to think about it too much. But no, I think we'll wrap it up here. We went about 25 more minutes. So great stream, guys. It's 8 o'clock my time, so that's a good time to call it. Lots and lots of fun. I hope to see you guys at Megacon, even if it's just one of you, but hopefully many of you, if you're watching here live or on the replay, or if you didn't see this and you're just a fan of the channel, I hope to see you at Megacon. February 1st through 4th, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Leading panels, talking to you guys, meeting you, talking theories. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope to see you down in Orlando, Florida at Megacon. But that's going to do it. Hit that like button if you guys are in here now or on the replay. Subscribe to that notification bell if you haven't already. Go show some love to the podcast link down below. And yeah, if you send in a super chat, thank you so much. It goes a very, very long way. If you watched, if you commented, if you asked a question, if you hit the like button, any of that means more than you guys know. So I greatly appreciate all of the support. And the next time I do a live stream will be post Megacon. So I will have met Finn Wolfhard and Gaten Matarazzo. Craziness. But that's going to do it for this stream. Thank you guys as always. And I will see you at Megacon hopefully this week, February 1st through 4th. But that's going to do it. And until next time, we'll see you on the other side of the upside down.